You're tuned in to Floridian Rollo. I'm your host, Floridian Rollo, coming at you with another live stream. Shout out to Brainwaves Advice Topics LLC and also Ringo TV Reactions for doing a perspective content, breaking down what's going on with that set individual. Now, we're going to talk about that set individual, including Dowell and Marc the Messenger, what they have in common. Because, see, what's happening is that there's a trifecta going on with these three set individuals, inseparable. And one of the things that they have in common is that they have an issue with the people in the South. They have an issue of how things is transpiring in quote unquote America. Yet and still, they don't want to be around American people. Now, how do you know that, Rollo? Well, you got to understand this initiative's background of Dowell. Ever since Dowell has been dealing with, known as Eric Gonzalez's wife, he has transpired into other things, and he has been talking about being a man of travel. He was in the Marines or one of those situations in the military. And he doesn't really be too happy to deal with his quote unquote own people. However, he'll tell you otherwise. Now, we know he had a lady for a long time and they have children, this and that and the third. Then he got other ladies, have children, this and that and the third. Yet he shows more favor to Eric Gonzalez's wife that he has taken. And I think they have a child together, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have a son or a daughter. And then he's going at with Rufus and the people in Straightway who care about the people, particularly the people of the daughter of Zion, the men of the Lord, who have been coming out talking about him. And as Brainwave stated, that you have a situation going on in November with, Mirror, who was in the chat a few weeks ago when they had that quote unquote atonement thing going on. And so you're going to hear what he has to say about they don't care about us. Do he care about the people? In Straightway, absolutely not. As long as that money come in, they provide the services for him. So he's using this barrage to get the views, to get the likes, to get the shares, to get the clicks. Because he's monetized again. I did tell y'all he would be monetized again. It didn't happen at a particular time, yet it happened. That did come to fruition. That's the point. And so ever since he's been monetized, he's been on a barrage and been getting more bolder and bolder with his corruption. So let's listen to this. You got to read between the lines Because if he cared about the American citizens, if he cared about the people's situation, then he will do better than the government he claims ain't for the people. The question is you for the people? No, absolutely not. You're not for the people, D. Dowell. Let's continue. Let's hear the clip.
All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens, YouTube, Pastor Dowell. Well, we got drama in the camp concerning downtown Willie Brown, Kamala Harris, and Jill Biden.
Hold on 1 second. My mistake. I got to rewind that again. My mistake, y'all. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, citizens, YouTube, Pastor Dowell. Well, we got drama in the camp concerning downtown Willie Brown, Kamala Harris, and Jill Biden and Joe Biden.
No, you have issues in straight way. Why you all into this Kamala thing and Joe Biden separation? When you bring in separation to families, when you bring in separations from men and women who were together, and ever since they dealt with you and your constituents, they've been having issues because they believe in everything you say and to do. And if they don't do it, it'd be consequences. Let's continue.
They're actually distancing themselves from each other, and Kamala is trying her damnedest to...
It's like how you distance yourself from the men of the Lord, doing business with them, and don't care for the daughters of Zion as long as they provide your services, Esau, and the kids you have with them. Let's continue.
Distance herself from the policy of Sleepy Joe, but she has been instrumental in all of this. Things are not looking good for the Democrats whatsoever at all.
Okay, so things ain't looking good for them. Are things looking good for you? And what's going on straightway? Absolutely not. Let's continue.
It really truly isn't. And
he got the hat of the symbolism of the Eye of Horus. He got the symbolism of the Eye of Horus on his hat for straightway. Let's continue.
What can you expect though? Nobody's really for this woman. I mean, think about this. Let's just be truthful. You got that lady over there, what's her name? Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks. She done jumped ship. You got Robert.
You don't jump ship with the Most High. You don't jump ship with the scriptures. You don't twisting and turning into making people look like they the enemy, and you're the one who's the enemy of God. Let's go.
Kennedy, he done jumped ship. You got a lot of people that saying, you know what, these people are disingenuous.
Just like you disingenuous. You the Ibaracis, and people are tired of dealing with Ibarasi people like you.
I can't deal with this no more. They done gave a whole new meaning to far left. And
you talking about yourself going far left with your doctrine, etc.?
They're so left and so out of touch with the people that, I mean, Kamala Harris actually believes that $750 is going to be enough for disaster.
Why is everybody talking about this $750? What is it to you? You worrying about what people getting? You getting more than that, ain't you, D. Dowell? You getting more than that from the saints, from the Gentiles, from different parts of Israel that's under your jurisdiction, calling you king, king this, king that, Kings Charles Darwin. That's what they call you. As long as they do what they do, you're in good graces with them. They get out of pocket, now you're going to show their receipts like in Hollywood. You got tapes on everybody, right? You ain't got tapes on Rufus. That's why you can't talk about Rufus. All you could do is say things that's not true about Mr. Rufus. However, Pastor Rufus, that is, you got tapes on these other people that work for you, even on Mirror. That's why Mirror is trying to not say too much because he knows you will release the tapes. He got tapes on a lot of people in straightway. Just like D. Dowell. I mean, No Diddy does too. Believe it or not, he got tapes on a lot of people in straightway. Let's continue.
Disaster relief with all these people. You think about this. The people in North Carolina, many of them who would carry, watch this, flood insurance at that altitude.
I'm wondering if he has a straightway in that location that went through what they went through. It wouldn't surprise me because that's in the borderline of Tennessee and North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, Asheville. It's west of North Carolina, and Tennessee's in the borderline, so it would be quite possible. Let's continue.
Nobody would. So guess what? They have a total loss of their home and their livelihood.
Why don't you help them out? Why don't you help them out since you got all this land initiative going on? You got all these people you need to build your quote unquote kingdom, Esau. Why don't you help them out? Why don't you give a happy hand? Because you don't want to deal with those entities, because that's what you call them, even though you're an entity yourself. Let's go.
A 100% total loss. The insurance companies ain't going to help you. FEMA ain't going to help you because under the Biden administration, they're broke. They done broke themselves because.
So if they broke, why don't you help them? Why don't Marc get involved? Why don't Nubreed get involved? Let's continue.
All of the so-called quote-unquote illegal migrants that have come over here.
Okay, now you're talking about the illegal migrants, yet you big up them same people. You do business with them. They in your area. They in your environment. You get grants and loans from the same entities that you're saying that's doing bad by the American people. Let's continue.
It's crazy. And watch this. Here's the biggest thing I need all you Americans to listen to me about. You know how every time something happens with somebody in other countries, we the first ones to open up the checkbook and write billions of dollars a check and then send them money?
Okay, so you're talking about the people that pay taxes. The money goes to people in other countries. Okay, so yes, we know that these entities do that. However, you are taking people's money to live luxury, and they're not doing good for themselves. Why the people are not doing good for themselves in straightway, D. Dowell? Because you made it about you and a few constituents of yours who just love fleecing the flock. You don't care about the people's well-being. You won't give them a helping hand. Matter of fact, you won't let them be in your Maybach. You won't let them be in your Range Rover. You won't let them drive the thing that you bought that's on the land to go around and act like you're doing some work. You're not providing any services for the people. As long as they bring their whole check and only get 20% back, you're no different than the government. Matter of fact, you're worse than the government because at least the government, they get some stability for the most part. They don't get no stability. They get out of pocket, they leave with nothing. At least the government, you have a few months to get it figured out. Some type of unemployment until you find something to get on your feet. How can the people get on their feet if things don't work out between you and them, D. Dowell? Are you going to give those single moms a helping hand? Are you going to give the men a helping hand? Heck no. You leave them out to starve. Demon.
How many people or how many countries have sent America money for the disasters that has taken place?
How many people in America that you can't stand send you money to straightway? You don't care about the people in America. You don't. Stop with this barrage for you for American people, for the people, by the people. People could see through you, the ones who's off that spell. You ain't for the people, by the people. Let's go.
Over here in America. We just got hit by Helena, and now we just got hit by Milton.
Here we go. You're doing the same thing that the other set individuals been doing. Let's continue.
And of course, Milton is not what they say they're going to be. And I'm going to digress here for a second. I'm going to show you something.
Now he's going to show us something. What are you going to show us?
So, right now, the toll is that 4 people has died from Milton. And that's
4 people unalive in Florida, according to the news. Let's go.
pretty low.
That's pretty low. He wish it was more people. You, Nubreed, Marc, wish it was more people, and other content creators wish it was more people that was gone in Florida unalive. You seem shocked. Let's go.
And you seen everybody at the word of the government and the news media. Get out.
The world of the government and the news people. Let's see what he says.
One woman got on there and say, if you stay, you will die.
You stay, you unalive. Talking about the Tampa mayor. They all saying the same thing. They all putting it out there. Tampa mayor, if you stay, you unalive. Let's go.
Well, Darzizzle is a lady, her and her husband, they do a lot of fishing shows, right?
So he watches the people in Tampa that do fishing shows on YouTube. Let's listen to what he has to say, because he talk about he don't watch other YouTubers. He watch us in particular. He watches this platform still to this day. And he's going to talk about it in code. Let's continue.
And they said, we ain't going nowhere.
They say we ain't going nowhere. You have an issue of what people is doing. Why you ain't focusing on what's going on in your household and what needs to be checked? And you act like nothing going on in your household. It's all peaches and cream. Let's continue.
Probably because they done seen so many of these hurricanes, right? So
yeah, it's something that you haven't seen too much of. What you need to understand is the Most High visit your house so many times you don't even know it, because you have a retrobate debt-based mind. Let's go.
Anyway, if you notice, a lot of people evacuated, but there's a lot of people that stayed put. One, i.e., they couldn't evacuate because there's no gas, nowhere to go.
No gas, nowhere to go. So you have the solutions to having gas? No, you get probably 80% of the gas money. They have to get permission to go travel to go see their family and their loved ones, and you give them an allowance. You worse than the government that talks about the government. Let's go.
All the hotel rooms, of course, you know, the American entrepreneur spirit. You know, we got.
You worrying about the American entrepreneur spirit because they spend some money at the hotels. From what I was told, some of them got discounts. Not maybe everybody. Some people got discounts because they have a thing with the hotel. It is what it is. Let's continue.
Got to take advantage of somebody else's crisis. That's just
taking advantage of somebody else's crisis, yet you take advantage of people. So you shouldn't be talking. How can you talk about taking advantage of people and you take advantage of people in your congregation?
The American way. So, you know, we know a natural disaster is coming, so I guarantee you that all those hotels going out on I-95, straight up there, I guarantee you that all those hotels are 75. Whichever one they took to get out of Florida, I guarantee they done spiked double or triple those hotel nights. I guarantee you. If it was 150, I guarantee they had $450 a night.
$450 a night. Don't that remind you of UP Farms? It went from 150 to 450. So you was charging 450 for people to come to stay at the thing in them tents. At least the people had a roof over their head. They got some food. They had some drinks. They came a little bit prepared or more prepared, depending on the person. They did what they had to do. You, on the other hand, you charging $450 and they in some tents, you know, on the grass. They wasn't staying in a lovely high-end places in Tennessee, you know. So what are you talking about? Let's go.
Like, wow. Give it up for the American entrepreneur spirit. Let's just give it up. Not only that, you know what else we need to give up for the American entrepreneur spirit? Watch this. People would rather take their chance and stay with the stuff that they had acquired over all their life, their house, their goods, their homes, everything else, because
you always have an issue, and now you act like you care. You had an issue of people having homes, cars, this and that and the third. Now you act like you care. You don't care about those people's situation. You just talking. Let's go.
They know once they evacuate, They don't know when, if, or ever they're going to be able to come back into Florida. And
Can't come back into Florida. Everybody's talking about Florida now. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about Florida. All these content creators talking about Florida. My goodness. You've been to Orlando, what, 2 times? Dowell, you've been to Orlando 2 times. In Miami 1 time. You know, over the last decade or so. You try to get something going in Jacksonville. That didn't work too long. Them homes they had in North Jacksonville. And they kicked y'all out. So you trying to gloat over the fact that this happened in Florida, didn't you? Didn't you? On camera, you act like you care. Off camera, you chuckling and drinking and going crazy with the Debo, Esau that you are. And the plans did not work the way y'all wanted it to. Let's continue.
guess who that leaves all the looting for? Well, the criminal entrepreneurs in America. Let's give it up for the criminal entrepreneurs in America.
He said, let's give it up for the criminal entrepreneurs in America. He's talking about himself. Because as far as people trying to take things in certain parts of Florida, they can't even go back right now. They got that on lockdown. There's no way they can escape in and take people's stuff for the most part. What you're trying to oppose is that you want to take more from the American people. You want to see them vulnerable so you can collect their checks. Right? Right. Talk about your criminal enterprise, D. Dowell. Talk about your international criminal enterprise. Let's continue.
Who always like to take advantage of somebody else's misfortune and make gain for them own selves.
Yeah, you clapping about this. Look at him, y'all. Talking about taking advantage of people's misfortunes. Ain't that what you're doing the straight way?
Because they're always anticipating that somebody is going to have a bad experience from this. Man, I tell you.
Yeah, just like people had a bad experience being a straight way. And now that they got out of that claw of Esau, now they recuperating and healing from your nonsense and your doctrine. Let's go.
What, isn't that amazing? So in America, you can guarantee that if some natural disaster or something takes place in this country, you can bet your bottom dollar somebody's going to steal everything you work for.
Wow. 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 The man himself, the entity himself, telling you about what he would do and what he continues to do. Let's rewind it back a little bit. Listen.
Bad experience from this. Man, I tell you what, isn't that amazing? So in America, you can guarantee that if some natural disaster or something takes place in this country, you can bet your bottom dollar somebody's going to steal everything you work for.
Wow, he's clapping, y'all. And y'all didn't see in between the lines? His yes men ain't going to say nothing about this. They're going to just sweep it under the rug. Let's continue.
Somebody's going to come and rob everything that you got at gunpoint because there ain't enough police.
Somebody going to rob you at gunpoint because there's not enough police. He's clapping. Y'all don't see this? That's what Esau does in the book of Ecclesiastes. He clap his hands. He lower himself 10 toes down. He want to see all destruction, doom and gloom. Let's continue.
They're going to pillage. They're going to ransack. They're going to go through your home. Ain't enough police around. Guess what? Man, to them, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity of a lifetime. Why should I?
You know what nobody talks about when it comes to building a content creator business? That if you're not using a tool like HoneyBook to stay...
Go out here and worry about paying for all this stuff when I can just go and take all this free stuff that all these people left behind.
How you just try to go under other people and take their stuff. You've been doing it all this time, yet you act like you are, quote unquote, I care about the people in Florida, or I care about the people in North Carolina, or I care about the people in Tennessee. You is a lying cracker-ish.
And so most people say, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stake this out. So all you people that left gold and jewelry and safes and stuff, hey,
Yeah, he worrying about you got gold, jewelry, and safe. You want to get part of that, don't you? You telling on yourself, you like, Dad, man, I wish I was in Florida right now so I could get the gold, the jewelry, the safe, whatever deposits they have in there. I want to get a piece of this. This dude is telling y'all literally he want to get a piece of what's going on in Florida. He wants to join this criminal enterprise, another criminal enterprise. Let's rewind back the video.
Safes. Just go and take all this free stuff that all these people left behind. And so most people.
Let's rewind back the video a little bit. Hold on one second. My fault. He got the cop alert thing on. Let's hear it.
And worry about paying for all this stuff when I can just go and take all this free stuff that all these people left behind. And so most people say, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and stake this out. So all you people that left gold and jewelry and safes and stuff, hey, they even taking entire safes.
Wow. He's clapping about this. He's glowing over the fact that he wants this to happen. He's glowing over the fact he wants this to happen. Wow, this is great.
The American entrepreneur spirit, like I said, you can't beat it, man. There's no other spirit in the world just like it. And again, America, us, I'm going to put us all in the same order, we dumb, stupid ass people that we are.
No. You ain't going to put us all together. No, we ain't having that over here, Dowell. We're not like you. We're not like your people and what you got going on. No. Y'all see what he's doing? You see what he's about American people? Listen again.
The American entrepreneur spirit, like I said, you can't beat it, man. There's no other spirit in the world just like it. And again, America, us, I'm going to put us all in the same order, we dumb, stupid ass people that we are. We give money out to people all over the world and we can't get none for ourselves because our government, I keep telling y'all, there's a government for us and then there's a government for them.
Now he's going to the gas station and act like he's doing gas pump. You can't make this up, y'all. You can't make this up. Ringo's talking point. Oh, man. This is crazy. Oh, my goodness. Let's continue.
Did you hear what I said? There's a government for us that's called we the people. And we don't know how to govern ourselves because they have become experts in dividing us. All you got to do is go on the news media and they can sway you and persuade you with anything that they say. They have learned how to master the psychology.
Dude, do you know how to pump gas? You don't know how to take the phone off the holder and do an upload? You gotta be inside. You can't talk outside. They're not playing no music because if they was playing music, you would have ended the video by now. They're not playing no music over there. What's going on? Let's go.
Psychology of man and how to pit people against each other. They've learned that. And in that, they can...
Unless that's a self station. I don't think it is. I don't think it's a self gas station. Anyway, he's talking about learn this, learn that. Let's see what he's talking about.
And anticipate what the American spirit is going to do or what the American criminal entrepreneur is going to do at any given.
He's admitting that he's an American entrepreneur criminal. And he know that he's saying, y'all dumb, y'all stupid, y'all fools, keep spending your money on me so I can live better than you. Let's go.
Time. And you know what? This system is built on protecting the criminals and not the righteous.
Protecting the criminals and not the righteous. Did you hear that? He said this system is built on protecting the criminals, not the righteous. So are you admitting that you're a criminal? Let's rewind back a little bit. Listen.
Entrepreneur is going to do at any given time. And you know what? This system is built on protecting the criminals and not the righteous. So America ain't got no money.
Americans ain't got no money. So if you righteous, you ain't got no money. Did you hear this? If you righteous, you ain't got no money. If you righteous, you're not getting no support. If you righteous, you starving. If you righteous, you're not eating. You have to be like me, a criminal, to thrive in this society. Let's listen to it again.
The American criminal entrepreneur is going to do at any given time. And you know what? This system is built on protecting the criminals and not the righteous. So America ain't got no money for you, America. Why? Because we gave it all to Ukraine. We gave it
all to another country called Ukraine. Let's continue.
All to Israel. And
I'm not going to mention that country.
Gave it all to the illegal migrants, and we got a damn.
Give it all to illegal migrants. That's what he's saying. I'm not saying that. I'm just reacting.
Damn thing for you. Welcome to the Democratic Biden administration.
Welcome to his administration, Dowell, and what he's doing over there straightway. You can't talk about them doing what they're doing, and you're doing the same thing, even worse.
United States of America, President Biden. Let's give it up for him.
Man, he's clapping for President Biden. Here we go.
Let's give it up for him. I ain't never seen such an iconic deaf buffoon that ought to be in hospitals right now that we've never seen in our life.
You need to get checked out because we know it's not you we dealing with. It's the entity that's in you that's talking. Let's go. Entities talking about other entities. Let's go.
Man, it's off the chain. And I know, Pastor Dowell, we don't like the way that you are mocking us. No, I'm just telling the truth.
He said you don't like that you're mocking us. He's talking about you Ibarazis that don't have a mind of your own. However, he's an Ibarazi too. Even worse than an Ibarazi. Let's go.
And at least one thing, can't nobody sit up there and tell me that I haven't been patriotic, because I don't know how much more patriarchal you can be. I mean, I was a paratrooper in the United States Army for.
He was a paratrooper for the United States Army.
10 years.
For a decade. Okay, so there we go.
In the 82nd Airborne Division. I was in the 3rd Infantry Division. And I was also in Op 4 in JRTC. So I just don't, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Don't tell me I ain't patriarchal. At least one thing. I didn't run when it came time for me to serve. I didn't run because of bone spurs. I didn't run because I had a silver spoon in my mouth and I could jump ship to Canada because mom and daddy had a bunch of money. I didn't get any deferments like a lot of other people did because I simply didn't have the fighting spirit.
He's talking about Canada because there was a time that if you had the money, a lot of the people didn't send their children off to fight. They went to Canada. They got some deals with the Canadian government at the time. And at that time, if you had a passport, it was more reasonable to go there and you were protected. And you protected your children from getting into a fight that you didn't want them to get involved in. So he's talking about his mother and father. They didn't have the money. He come from a big family, this and that and the third. Let's continue.
So we got people who have been presidents of the United States.
Why did that get cut off? Why did that cut off? It was something he was saying he was not supposed to say because he don't believe in the message. It got cut off so quickly after the gas station. You shouldn't have done that before you got to the gas station. We know this is an edit video. Let's continue. It's no sound, y'all. That's not on me. There's no sound. There's no sound. So whoever did this video, let this video go with no sound. This is not me. Let me rewind. You're going to see proof. Watch what happened. No sound.
People did because I simply didn't have the fighting spirit. So we got people who have been presidents of the United States.
Wow. No sound, y'all. He just running his mouth. Whoever's in charge of editing his video, he's going to get pissed at the person. He's going to get pissed because saying some things that is not being talked about. He don't check his own videos. So I don't know who did this video. It's 2-3 people involved in his editing team. And so when he get wind of this, he going to get pissed off and talk about it. He may cut this video out due to the fact of him not saying anything. You could go to the video yourself So how is it there's no sound? It's not YouTube. And he has a team that's following right behind him. If you see that vehicle behind, that's his security team, y'all. That's heavily armed. That's his security team. That's another thing that people don't realize. He don't go anywhere by himself. That's a security team behind him. Okay? So he's doing all this talking. This is not in my video, y'all. This is not me muting. You don't see me muting anything. I can put the volume up. You don't hear nothing. So he don't even know about this. So somebody gonna tell him. Somebody is gonna tell him that, hey man, yo, your whole video ain't go through. He gonna be like, what? We was watching Floridian Rollo and your team ain't doing well. Because this dude don't know nothing about YouTube. He don't know nothing about editing, just like Nubreed. And Marc has people help him edit. Marc has people help him edit as well. All right. All I can tell you is he's running the mouth. He's being disrespectful. You could tell by him doing the finger pointing. It's like he's saying that the people don't know what's going to happen. You need to, move to the further out from the city and stop trusting the government and all this and that and the third. I am the Most High. I play God. I know better. I can do better. Provide services. Give me. And I'll give you a piece of my land. And I am your government. I am your God. So that's pretty much what's going on with this, y'all. Just look at the reaction, y'all. This is not on my part. That's on his end with his constituents. So he gonna get pissed. He gonna get pissed when he find out that somebody's responding to this in real time, and this video is not even going through after a certain amount of minutes. One thing you can see is that vehicle that's following behind him is the security team. So, yeah. They follow.
And she's all strung out.
Available now, rapper and brand owner B.
See how the commercial came in? The security team is following him. Okay. Let's get to another thing. Let's go to Marc the Messenger's live. Okay. It's live. Marc the Messenger's next. All right. It's interesting he posts this right now. At the time, I was going to do my live 4 hours ago, right? About almost 4 hours ago. And he put this Ecclesiastes 3:18, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. So he's trying to find favor before the Lord. He keeps telling on himself. He's trying to find favor with the Lord. He's wondering what's going on with him. All right, let's go to this. Let's go to his live thing. I'm looking for it right now. Okay. Let's go to his live content. Let's go to video. And let's see. Nope, this is not it. Okay, hold on 1 second. Yes, I'm subscribed to his Marc the Messenger live. Y'all know I'm subscribed to him. I'm still subscribed to him to get up to date. Let me see. I'm trying to find a video. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Let me go back to Marc the Messenger videos. Hold on. Let's go to his main channel. He's talking about the robotic thing. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Imagine if ChatGPT and
Peace and blessings. This is probably one of the most saddest clips I've seen. All the clips I've seen with the Hurricane Milton. This little boy, he looks like he's like 14, 13 years old, by himself in that flood. And he has no parents in sight, just by himself, man. I'm glad he's safe. I did some research. He's back with his parents. I have so many questions. Look at the grocery store. It's halfway flooded into it. Like, how long was he there for, man? How long was he there for? And, you know, one thing about me, if I'm in there, bro, I'm thinking about the alligators, you know.
Here we go with the fear situation. So apparently there's a teenager that was spotted in a rescue mission, you know, out there in the west side of Florida. I don't know what part of Florida. And he's talking about alligators. He's talking about all this fear stuff. Let's listen again. Listen to the disrespect. Because he, like others, is talking about, you know, the situation with authorities, with the government. Yet you pushing fear and doom and gloom all the time. You want to see something happen to the sons of Jacob or to the daughters of Zion. You don't have a daughter of Zion. You're not with a woman of Zion. You're with a woman of Spain, just like, you know, Nubreed and Dowell. That's what you're into. Y'all don't show the daughter of Zion. Y'all don't mind getting the money from them when necessary. Y'all don't mind take from the men of the Lord and the daughters of Zion and the Gentiles that believe in your Esau narrative. Look how Esau talks about this. Watch how Esau talks.
What's up? Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. This is probably one of the most saddest clips I've seen. All the clips I've seen with the Hurricane Milton. This little boy, he looks like he's like 14, 13 years old, by himself in that flood. And he has no parents in sight, just by himself, man. I'm glad he's safe. I did some research. He's back with his parents. I have so many questions. Look at the grocery store. It's halfway flooded into it. Like, how long was he there for, man? How long was he there for? And, you know, one thing about me, if I'm in there, bro, I'm thinking about the alligators. You know, Florida's full of them. So I hope.
You worrying about the alligators. You see what he's pushed? He's always in fear. He's always in fear. He don't trust in the Most High. He don't trust in the Most High. He's more concerned about what the animals could do. You're supposed to be focusing on what the Most High could do than what an animal could do. Respectfully. The Most High can take you out quicker than the animal even thinking about taking you out. I'm telling you the mindset of Esau, y'all. Let's continue.
Hopefully, I'm glad he's okay though. But that's one clip, man. This is crazy to see this. All right, so this is the aftermath of Hurricane Milton. This is a live reaction. Never seen this, so let's get it.
Tonight, this is Hurricane Milton's path of destruction. In hard-hit Manasota Key, homes ripped apart and pushed off their foundation.
Oh my goodness, is that in the middle of the street? Hold up.
Apart and
oh my goodness, this is in the middle of the street, bro. Jeez.
Pushed off their foundations. Debris everywhere. The damage along Florida's already battered Gulf Coast extensive, though not nearly as catastrophic as originally feared.
The storm was significant, but thankfully this was not the worst case scenario.
At least 12 people are dead. Millions of homes and businesses are without power on Florida's east coast.
Oh!
A string of deadly tornadoes flattened buildings.
Walked outside and annihilated. The neighborhood annihilated.
In St. Petersburg, Milton's ferocious winds caused this crane to collapse. Crash.
Then I tell you what happened in St. Petersburg. Y'all go to my Skip Police channel. If you go to my Skip Police channel, you know, shout out to the daughter of Zion on Instagram. She know who she is. She does content. You know, she talk about different things. You know, and y'all go to my Skip Police channel. You know, I put it on my community tab. I told y'all what the lady said. So go watch the clip. All right, let's continue.
Into an office building. At Tropicana Field, the home of the Tampa Bay Rays, the massive fabric roof ripped off, now in tatters on the field.
Wow, that's
it had been used as a base camp for responders pre-storm. About 14 people were inside at the time.
Wait, don't the Buccaneers play there, or they play in a different stadium? All my Tampa.
Dude, you don't even know where the Buccaneers Stadium at. Just, man, listen, man, stop it. The Rays play in St. Petersburg, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play in, I forgot the town. It's not in St. Petersburg, though. They're in a different arena. Not too far. They're about maybe 2 hours from each other, if that. The point is, this dude is so confused.
Tampa Bay people, let me know. That's crazy, though, man.
Are safe. The storm tossed boats on their sides, and trees crashed through homes.
We heard a screeching noise, and it came outside, and we seen the branch in the front yard.
Category 3 Milton made landfall last night near Sarasota, dumping 8.
It was not a Category 3. If it was a Category 3, it would have been more crazier. It's not a Category 3. This is. Oh my gosh, man. These people are something else, man. These people are something else for real. This guy don't have no clue. Look at the nervousness. Look at the sickness and madness. You have Dowell, you have Nubreed, you have Marc disrespecting the South. And I've been telling y'all that these Esau's is going to disrespect the South. I talked about this over the last few weeks, that Black Esau is going to have an issue with the South. And see, they glow into the fact that I'm not in the South. You know what they're saying in code? Dowell, Marc the Messenger, and Nubreed. We glad Rollo's not in the South. So that, you know, since he's not in the South, because you got to think about this. You have Dowell, you have Nubreed, Marc the youngest. And then you have Brainwiz, you have Ringo, and I'm the youngest. So what you're starting to see is them three against us three. I put the puzzle together, y'all. Dowell, Nubreed, Marc the Messenger don't talk to each other. Yet they speaking the same thing against the people in the South. Then you have Brainwiz, the elder, Ringo, a year older than me, and myself as the third person. You get it? You get it now? So me and Marc is the youngest. He's the youngest Esau. I'm the youngest Jacob of the crew. Then you have Nubreed in the middle and Ringo in the middle. And then you have Dowell, the elder, the oldest, let's say the oldest, and Brainwiz the oldest. Get it now? You get where I'm going with this, right? It's them three, Esau, against three, Jacob. And Jacob represents the south border, and Esau represents the north border. Get it now? So they want to disrespect the South. Let's continue.
18 inches of rain in some places and packing 100-mile-an-hour winds, ripping roofs from homes. And
whoa! Wait, hold on.
Whoa!
I want to see this again.
Packing 100 miles.
We want to see this again. He's getting the kick out of this, y'all. Esau's getting the kick out of this.
Mile-an-hour winds, ripping roofs from homes.
Oh my goodness!
And there it goes, sending debris flying through the air, causing transformers to explode.
Whoa!
And fires to break out. Storm surge pushed water through neighborhoods.
And see, one thing
In Tampa, police rescued 15 people from a single-story home, including several children.
It's okay, Bubba. It's okay.
Hundreds more rescues today, including this.
See, one thing about this little boy, what I'm worried about is like if you're in that water, right? Because I know Tampa Bay or Florida in general has a lot of alligators. There's probably some alligators in that water, man. I'd be like, oh.
Here we go again. Look what Esau's saying. With scriptures, There's no scriptures, there's no solution. And I paused the video at the 3-minute and 24-second mark. Look at the deceitfulness, look at the evilness, look at the fear, look at the entity. Let's go.
Oh, heck nah, man.
14-year-old found floating on debris. A Coast Guard helicopter crew rescuing this man whose boat was disabled in the water, clinging to a cooler. NBC's Chase Kane is in Daytona Beach.
The Volusia County Sheriff has a Marine unit for exactly this kind of thing, using airboats to evacuate people to safety because the rain fell so quickly and more than 15 inches, it cut off entire communities, trapping people in their homes.
Today, I met up with the fire chief of Sarasota County. We traveled to Siesta Key, the barrier island where Milton made landfall. I was with him as he returned on the ground for the first time since the storm. As we drove onto the island, we found downed trees and flooded streets.
Have you seen a lot of flooding like what we're looking at here?
Yes. A lot of this stuff coming from the tornado. A lot of this stuff is coming from the tornado. It's coming from different areas in it landfall in Daytona. Certain parts of Daytona got the situation because of the tornado more than the hurricane. It had nothing to do with the hurricane. It was estimated about 2 to 3 tornadoes, that formed in Daytona, not the hurricane. That's where the confusion come in. And the debris, the debris was so strong that it knocked off certain areas. No casualties, though. It knocked off certain areas, no casualties. The casualties occurred in in St. Petersburg. Now go to my Skip Police. Go to my Skip Police channel, and I'm going to put my Skip Police channel in the chat again. So yeah, y'all can subscribe to the Skip Police channel and see the video. All right, here we go. Let's see what this entity says.
And as you go further and further north on the barrier islands, because it's a little lower down there, the water depth is a little worse.
Yeah, the chief breathed a sigh of relief. Siesta Key was largely spared.
We just drove through these flooded neighborhoods and trees down. Were you anticipating it would be worse than that?
We were. By the grace of God, the predictions and what we had planned for did not come to fruition. But obviously, if you are a resident or business owner out here, I don't want to minimize it. This is very impactful to the community, but it could have been much, much, much worse.
Lucky is not to be confused with untouched. This is Siesta Key, where the eye of the storm first came ashore. Many of the homes in this community are totally surrounded by water hours after the storm's landfall.
Tonight, Milton has left the Gulf Coast behind, but many are just beginning the difficult work of cleaning up after a major storm for the second time in less than 2 weeks.
All right, so we see this situation here. I'm going to explain this to you right now. What you see here, because the entity cannot explain it.
Those dozens of reported...
Hold on. Let me rewind. God darn it.
They're just beginning the difficult work of cleaning up after a major storm.
Okay, because the entity is zoned out. What you see right here, because if you hear them talk about it, they got it from me. What you see here is a split between the North and the South. It's a split between the North and the South. Come out of the northern states. Come out of the northern states. We want these entities out of Florida. This is the warning I saw in my premonition. And I got the confirmation, the Most High my witness. This right here tells me that they are not allowed to be in the South. We got to get rid of these entities, the Ibarazis, these forces that's trying to bring something to that landfall. Because, see, what they're trying to do is make something that the Most High does not approve of. They think that they're going to be approve of it because I'm not there, number one. And number two, this confirms that the northern states is going to be ripped and the South is going to be saved. 2/3 of America will be gone into certain trials and tribulations where 1/3 of the South will be spared. So keep that in mind, y'all. If you hear these fear-based content creators use my talking point, they got it from me. The South will be spared. The North, which is the left side of the flag, it's going to be judgment for what they did to Florida, for what they did to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, the list goes on. If you are a person in the truth in the North State, it's not to say you will be spared. It's just that it's going to be harder for you to go to the South. And it has to be some things you may have to see before you come to the South. That's why it's important to get your house in order wherever you at. Yet you do want to be in the South in the latter times because that's where everything's going to be at. That's why I get from this flag situation. Not necessarily what happened with Milton. You got to read between the lines. 1/3, 2/3 of the northern states is going to go through hardship, not the South. In a long call, let's go.
For the second time in less than 2 weeks.
Those dozens of
and you can look at 12 as the 12 tribes of Israel or the 12 tables of the nations. There's a book called The 12 Tables of the Nation. Do your research. Do your research on the 12 tables of the nations.
reported tornadoes spawned by Milton are likely to define this hurricane as much as anything. And tonight we're getting a better picture of the destruction. Tom Yamas is on Fort Pierce. Tom, the aftermath here is horrific.
Lester, that's right. One of those tornadoes tore right through this home behind me, destroying the entire structure. The homeowners were inside at the time. They looked outside and noticed something strange, and suddenly they ran inside, went into the bathroom. They survived that tornado ripping off the roof of their home.
Like Brainwave stated, whatever it touches is a judgment. Wherever the tornado, the Most High allowed the tornado to touch, it's a judgment. They did some things they're not supposed to do. Tornadoes do not miss its mark. Tornadoes, the whirlwind of the Most High, does not miss its mark. Those people were doing something they're not supposed to do, and they're not supposed to be in Florida. There's a lot of people that's coming to Florida doing wicked things. And I'm here to tell you, you will not stay in Florida too long. You will not enjoy the sin, because Florida is a protected place for the Most High's people. I know that for sure. A lot of people may say otherwise. I know that for sure. That he's cleaning up house, and the entities are fighting each other in the state of Florida, trying to live off the backs of the people that's true Floridians. And that's a sacred place. There's sacred places in Florida. You're not supposed to be doing certain things. You're not supposed to be touching the things of God that's for his people. Because Florida has one of the biggest ports, the largest airports, many airports in America, and the agriculture. There's certain things you're not supposed to be touching. And so when you got these Ibarasis come to the south, to the sacred places of Florida, building on top of something they're not supposed to build on, living foul, yes, the whirlwind of the Most High will give you a call, a wake-up call. Let's continue.
Home and destroying it, but others unfortunately weren't so lucky. This tornado outbreak killing several people. This is the terrifying moment. A massive tornado ripped through Fort Pierce. Look at the debris spinning into the air.
Heck no. What the heck?
Violent tornado.
Bro, why is that guy driving towards it? Hold on. What?
Spinning into the air.
Oh! Man, I would have made a U-turn quick, bro. I don't know where he was trying to.
He would have made a U-turn. You hear this fear-mongering? You hear this fear-mongering say, I would have made a U-turn quick. You don't even know how to drive to talk about making a U-turn quick. You just, whatever. You just talking up. You don't know how to react to actual situations. You just push and fit. Oh, I'll do this. You don't know what you would do. You don't even know what you're talking about now. Let's go.
I go, man.
Violent tornado. And this video capturing a twister in Palm Beach Gardens. Look at how quickly and violently it envelops this house, sending debris flying and blowing out the windows.
Whoa.
Both tornadoes part of a deadly outbreak spawned by Hurricane Milton.
We are very, very saddened to see a tornado inflict such serious damage, including loss of life.
According to initial reports, at least 38 tornadoes touched down. The twist.
Look at the face. Look at the entity's face. You can't make this up. Look at the entity's face, y'all. Look at the entity's face. Look how disrespectful he is. Look at the disrespectful this entity is doing. Look at him. Look at the entity. Like he's grasping for straws.
Flipping semi-trucks, tearing down trees, and reducing homes to piles of rubble.
This wind came through here. If Michael had not grabbed that door and closed it, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here.
In St. Lucie County on Florida's East Coast, a tornado tore through a retirement community, killing at least 6 people, including Debbie Kennedy, her daughter telling us she was an incredible mother and caregiver.
This is a 100% rescue mission that
today, Sheriff Keith Pearson telling us they are still searching for survivors.
Just a complete devastation. I mean, cars, trailers, where there were homes, they weren't. They were lifted up, they were moved, they were crumbled.
Those that survived look like this. Forrest Melboff can't believe he's alive.
Truck started to roll over and it stopped, and then once again.
He's covered in stitches all over his arms and up his face. He says he never saw the tornado until his truck started flipping.
Leaves started to fly, something hit the truck.
You could tell this person's from Europe. He's from Europe, one of those Europe countries who just recently moved to Florida. He blended in. You could tell he's from another country. Let's go.
Truck.
Pretty powerful to roll over your truck, right?
Yeah.
You'll never forget that, huh?
No.
HCA Florida Lawnwood Hospital took in 15 patients with tornado-related injuries, some with broken bones, others that needed brain surgery.
What did the patients tell you? Were they taken completely by surprise? They were, and it was like they themselves, they didn't know what happened. Most of them, they just felt like a lot of wind hit the place, and all of a sudden something catastrophic happened for them.
This was an incredibly traumatic situation.
It is.
Now, Governor DeSantis has...
You got to understand, folks, a lot of these people are living foul, and the whirlwind is calling out the sinisters. And the Most High want his people to know that he was in that whirlwind. When it comes to tornadoes, as Brainwaves put out the scriptures, you are going to be, if you wicked, the whirlwind will come to visit you. That means the Most High came to visit you with his foot, because the whirlwind is his foot. You get what I'm saying? And so it's not the hurricane. Hurricane is the entity. The hurricane is the entity, because you got to remember, the devil tried to play God with hurricane. That's the devil. The tornado is of the Most High, and he could have his angels to clean out the wickedness, because it's a war between good and evil. So whatever evil they was trying to do in Florida, which I know they was trying to do some evil. I talked about this with Brainwaves. I talked about it. I say, if I'm not back in Florida by a certain time, something big is going to happen in the South. Brainwaves is in the chat. He's a witness. He could testify. I said, if I'm not back in the South at a certain time, something big is going to happen. And what was the first thing? The port strike. Now, this situation is going on in the South. And these entities know I was telling the truth, because I seen the fight. And not me being there plays a pivotal role of what's going on. Y'all may think, oh, it's not, no, I'm supposed to return back to the South. And what these entities did is they knew I wasn't back because they watched my videos, right? They watched my videos and they say, okay, well, Rollo's not back at a certain date. So now that gives us permission to get the hurricane thing going on. And then the Most High, with the whirlwind, clean out the wickedness of the people that's in Florida. They're not supposed to be in Florida. They're not supposed to be there. They're doing things they're not supposed to do. They're dealing with sacred places. They're not supposed to touch certain things of our people, the natives. And that's why you see what's going on down there. You get what I'm saying? So this is why I tell you guys and ladies that I must return. And I will return. I will return. Now you have somebody, I ain't gonna mention the person's name. You have somebody say, why you have more money than me, why you took the GoFundMe down? First and foremost, I'm not situated where I want to be financially, right? And so I asked the people if they wanted to help to see me go back to Florida. Shout out to the people that's been supporting. They're doing their part. I'm doing my part, bringing out the content, the information. The point is that I knew when I wasn't going to go back, this was going to happen. And that's why if you notice, Nubreed, Marc, Dowell, and them was talking about something going to happen in the South. They was talking about it. When you got too many people talking about Florida, before the storm, it's like the entities told them, Rollo's not there. Let's go. Let's mess up the state. Not only mess up Florida, let's mess up Georgia. Let's mess up South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee. And if you notice these two, we're going to get to Nubreed in a second. These two is gloating the fact that this is happening in Florida because I talk about Florida. They happy, y'all. Marc is happy. Nubreed's happy. Dowell is happy. Because who's the number one economy in America? Brainwaves know. Go to know it's Florida. Florida's the number one economy. So if Florida's the number one economy and I am in Florida, what does that tell y'all? Everybody in the South is doing their thing. Yet we got to deal with the facts. Who's the number one economy in America? Who's making a lot of money? The government, the state, the local, the officials. It's Florida. Before I went to Florida, it was number 5. The minute I touched in Florida in 2022, within 2 months, Florida became the number one economy. How is it that when I went down there, now everybody want to move to Florida? Before that, did you hear about people moving to Florida? No. You heard about people moving to Texas, North Carolina, and still Georgia. Brainwaves is in the chat. He knows this. He's in the South. He does his economic research. He could say if I'm lying. One thing about me, I don't have to lie. So in May 2022, I moved to Florida, right? I stayed with a lady for 3 months, left because I didn't have the vehicle money. Leon Diamond helped Nubreed with a vehicle, right? Got him that Chevrolet red vehicle. And then when I left Florida, I went to the Bahamas, and then I went back up to, not Bahamas, another country. I went to another country, and then I went to DC to work, and then I went back to New York. What happened in 2022? Y'all remember the hurricane? Soulmadian is my witness. Soulmadian is my witness. We know what happened in 2022. right? In October. This hurricane thing is nothing new. There was no hurricanes last year. There was maybe 1 or 2 tornadoes when I was in Florida. There was no hurricanes. They passed. What happened last year? Everybody had that fire smoke. Everybody had that fire smoke except Florida. Let me explain something to y'all. When I did that video, you can ask Sats, you can ask Ringo TV Reactions. I talked about the fire coming from Canada. Planet Hell, aka Nubreed. It hit all the states, including Hawaii, except Florida. So you know what that means, right? The entities wanted to get back. Let me teach you something. When Nubreed did the setup in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? With me, with Ringo and his wife. And then we see what he did with the movement. And then what he did with Brainwaves. I want you to pay attention. Go back that time. And if you go back that time of the situation that occurred in Charlotte to now, the people in the South have been dealing with a lot more drama than usual. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying, Brainwaves. Ever since that incident happened with me, and I have lost a lot economic. I have lost a lot economic. Because of this set individual. Ever since then, the migrants, the entities have purchased so much in the South to the point now we see the recklessness. This is why it's important for me to be back down there so that the houses could be clean, so that the people could do what they need to do. Economically, this is going to be, it's going to take some time to recover from this for the people over there in Florida. It's going to take some time. And so these entities are celebrating the fact that I'm not there so they could get their money. Do y'all know how much Marc is making off this entity is making off of this Florida thing? Nubreed, Dowell. Notice they're getting more views. Here it is. I represent Florida. I don't get no views like that. Why is it I'm not getting no views like that? Why is it that I'm not getting the push in the algorithm? Yet these entities can get a push in the algorithm. You know why? Because they celebrating the fact I'm not there. You know what I noticed, Brainwaves? Ringo TV Reactions, everybody? When I was in Florida, it was quiet, like crickets. The minute the incident happened in Charlotte, everybody was celebrating. The entities were celebrating what happened to me. They like, yes, he's suffering economy. He's suffering. Yeah, he's suffering. We got him stuck in the North, and we celebrate that he's no longer in the South. Yeah, look, Rollo, you want to go back to Florida? Look what's going on in Florida. Why you want to go back there? Stay in New York. Stay up in the North with us. Stay us with these miserable people. Let's continue.
Rescue teams for this community, but the sheriff tells me it's unclear how many people they lost because some of the folks that lived in that retirement community lived there part-time. Others may have evacuated. Lester?
All right, Tom Yamas, thanks very much. We've talked so much about storm surge, but a lot of the flooding you've seen and those high water rescues were the result of rain. Lots of rain that fell here when that storm came ashore.
When was the last time we seen Les Hoster When was the last time we seen Les Foster? You see how this Ibarasi thing, this entity, Les Foster, look at this entity. Now you got this entity coming from the northern state to be in Florida? What? How he get in Florida if the airlines were shut down? How he get in Florida if the airlines was shut down? Things that make you go, He out there in Florida, he don't like Florida. Les Foster does not like Florida, y'all. Just like Marc the Messenger. Just like many people. But they don't mind getting the money from Florida. They don't mind making some money in Florida. They don't mind making some money in Florida. This guy got 10,000 views. He's not even in Florida. He got 10,000 views. How's that possible? How's that possible? He's making money off of me. Him, Nubreed, and D. Dowell getting all these views. That don't make no sense to me. I should be getting a lot of views for breaking it down. I broke down Florida to the core. You would think I would get a lot of views. Yet because people are looking at what happened in Charlotte and believing the nonsense with old girl in Nubreed, this is what happening to me. No matter how much truth I speak and break down, they don't want to see me win. How is this person getting more views than me? He's not even breaking down the content like I am. How's he getting more views than me? I'm telling you, man, this Liberace, man, gotta go, man. These Liberace's gotta go, man. Let's go.
We get more now from Stephanie Gosk in Tampa.
Lester, they are actually tonight.
Oh my gosh, another Liberace. Yo, you can't make this up. You got another Liberace newscaster. Oh my goodness, Lord, what is going on? I have to see this disgusting Liberace now in Tampa. Oh man, where the fine women reporters? Where the fine women reporters at? What's going on? Why we got these Liberaces talking? Oh my gosh, man. This is crazy, man. Let's go.
Still doing rescues as we speak in this neighborhood. This is not part of the evacuation zone. People thought they were safe because they're miles from the coast.
Where's the Liberace? I don't want to hear these Liberaces. I want to see the fine women talking. I want to see some conservative women talking about this. People that's from there. Why you out of towners think you know about Florida like that? Let's go.
What they didn't expect was all that rain.
In Central Florida, a race to pull people out of the water, not from a dangerous storm.
Was all that rain.
Dude, you mumbling under your breath. Why you mumbling under your breath, Esau? Speak louder. You can't talk loud in your lady's place. You're finally doing some content inside. Now you got permission to do content inside your house now. Oh, inside your woman's house, excuse me. Let's go.
In Central Florida, a race.
Jeez, dude. Man, that's wild. Those houses look like they're almost halfway underwater. And that's the reason why I never wanted to move to Florida.
That's the reason why he never wanted to move to Florida. Anton Daniels, Marc the Messenger, said the same thing. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to the disrespect. We don't want you to tease in Florida anyway. Listen to what he says.
Not from a dangerous storm.
Was all that rain.
In Central Florida, a race.
Jeez, dude. Man, that's wild. Those houses look like they're almost halfway underwater. And that's the reason why I never wanted to move to Florida. Like, I thought about moving it this year, but dealing with...
Whoa! No. Get the lights up, y'all. Share the video. Share this video. You wanted to move to Florida this year? Take to the what? Lead to the what? As Hassan Campbell would say. Hold up. Rewind. I thought you were moving to another country. Wait. Wait a minute. Did you hear that, Brainwaves? Are you hearing what this guy said? Let's rewind the video, shall we?
In Central Florida, a race to pull people out of the water, not from a dangerous storm.
It was all that rain.
In Central Florida, a race.
Jeez, dude. Man, that's wild. Those houses look like they're almost halfway underwater. And that's the reason why I never wanted to move to Florida. Like, I thought about moving it this year, but dealing with this, like, it's not even worth it. And also, there's going to be a lot of people who didn't have home insurance that lose their entire house. And there are people who actually did have home insurance, but they probably had home insurance with a sketchy business or corporation. They filed for bankruptcy, and then, there's no one to help them out. So, and also, too, I'll show at the end of this video, Florida real estate. For anyone who's in tune with real estate, so many homes are being listed after the hurricane. Like, there's so much inventory, and usually when that happens, especially with a hurricane, and this is like a yearly thing, seems like with Florida, homes, condos are super cheap. And
are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? Did y'all hear what he just said? He's saying it's an every year process. What do you think he's trying to say? You, the audience, what do you think he's trying to say to me? What do you think this entity Marc is trying to say to me? What you think this entity Marc is trying to say to me about every year? Read between the lines. Come on now. Come on, audience. Speak. I'm going to rewind it again. Let's see if y'all know the answer. Let me rewind it back a little bit. Hold on.
actually did have home insurance, but they probably had home insurance with a sketchy business or corporation. They filed for bankruptcy, and then, there's no one to help them out. So, and also, too, I'll show at the end of this video, Florida real estate. For anyone who's in tune with real estate, so many homes are being listed after the hurricane. Like, there's so much inventory, and usually when that happens, especially with a hurricane, and this is like a yearly thing, seems like with Florida, homes, condos are super cheap. And
you know what he's trying to say, right? What he's trying to say is that Rollo knows this, which I know that. It's a fluctuation. This is why I was telling Zach that with the insurance thing that I deal with, managing the homes in Florida, in Central Florida, the 2 homes I manage through a third party. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I went about getting the homes. I didn't have the funds like that. Put down 25,000, 30,000. I went through a third party called Pass Split. So with Pass Split, when you pay every week or every 2 weeks into the house, you eventually get a discount to where as you manage the homes. So how it goes is if you do good with them within 6 months or less than 6 months, you have an opportunity to go through a lottery system to whereas if you save a certain amount, you may not have to pay 30, 40,000 down on a payment of a house. You get an opportunity based on your income to put down 10 to 15,000. That's what Marc the Messenger is talking about. I'm explaining to you what he doesn't know. Because see, if he knew, he would explain it. I'm explaining to you what's going on. So if I was to now have the funds, I could put down $5,000 to $7,000 on a house, reinvest in it, have people move in, right? Get another house again and have it for me and my family. That's what most Floridians do. So while this situation is going on, You could go through provisionaries. See, Florida gives you opportunity like it's in another country. See, this guy don't have experience. His woman got the house because the state of California is just worse with the insurance as it is in Florida. Do your research. If you tell me, Rollo, which one would you rather choose? Where he stay at, or Central Florida or West Florida? Y'all know I'm gonna choose Central Florida. West Florida is more sacred, and I don't think too many people should live in West Florida, to be honest. At the same time, I would take Florida over that, Ibarasi, California. I don't even care what anybody say, because you can get more things done in Florida than you can in California. Shout out to my people in California that watch my video. At the same time, I'm keeping it real. I got to talk to y'all business for 1 second. Something that Nubreed doesn't know about, Pastor Dowell don't know about, and Marc the Messenger don't know about. This is my cup of tea. Shout out to the Southerners that drink tea. This is where I come in. And you could say, Rollo, if you know all of this, why are you not getting money like that? Because of the allegations. That's why. And he was one of the main ones that was in Nubreed's backup channel, believing the allegations, and he apologized to me behind the scenes about the allegations that was said about me. He said that Nubreed was out of pocket. Okay? So what they're trying to do is tell you something I already know. A lot of people going to put a lot of these Ibaracis is going to try to, this is what they're trying to do. Brother Brainwaves, Ringo, and everybody. The Ibaracis with the hurricane and with the tornado, because the Ibaracis make more money, right? Based on fear base, they want to capitalize off of Florida's downfall. Where was these people a few months ago? Where was these people a few months ago, like Brainwaves said? I've been saying, now everybody's talking about Florida. You got Anton Daniels, you got Marc the Messenger, you got Dowell, you got Nubreed, a lot of content creators, even in other spaces talking about Florida. When they main content is about talking about getting a woman or not getting a woman. When you got channels that talking about getting a woman, not getting women, and they back and forth with women all day on the internet, and they talking about Florida, now y'all know I must go back down there. How is it that people that talk about relationships, what the men ain't doing, what the women ain't doing, these guys, sipping tea all day and that ramification, right? Y'all know the tea I'm talking about. Wink, wink, pause. With each other about women, why they don't want them, and they talking about hurricane? Oh, no. And I'm not hating on them getting support, because I know the entities. One thing I know, let me say this. One thing I know, the entities will support each other when it comes to truth. Honestly speaking, the entities look out for one another than the people that's in the truth. And what I mean by that is that when you know that a person shows evidence and back it up with receipts, I should have more people watching, right? Yet these liars act like they care about the people and they got more people watching their video. It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me whatsoever. Let's continue. I put in more work than this entity and he's getting more views. It's all right, though. That's going to change soon. Once I return back to the South and the content that I will be doing in Florida, it's going to change. So y'all can all laugh and say you wasting all your hours, all your time on the internet. It's going to pay off. Because y'all don't work harder than me. Y'all do not work harder than me. Not you, Marc the Messenger, not you, Nubreed, not you, Dowell. Y'all don't work harder than me. Anton Daniels do put in a lot of work into his content. Yet he's in this fear-based mongering. That's why I'm calling him out on. He needs to go back to his political lane and deal with those back and forth with the women. Let's continue.
And you do have some people saying it's a land grab. Personally, I don't believe so because they're trying to.
It is a land grab, hypocrite. Now you're saying it's not a hand. No. We got to rewind back. Now you double-minded, stable in their own ways. Hold on. We got to go back a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Let's go.
At home insurance with a sketchy business or corporation. They filed for bankruptcy, and then there's no one to help them out. So, and also too, I'll show at the end of this video Florida real estate. For anyone who's in tune with real estate, so many homes are being listed after the hurricane. Like there's so much inventory, and usually when that happens, especially with a hurricane, and this is like a yearly thing, seems like with Florida, homes, condos are super cheap. And you do have some people saying it's a land grab. Personally, I don't believe so because they're trying.
He don't believe it's a land grab. This entity don't believe it's a land grab. It is a land grab. Entity, you just said that you wanted to move to Florida before the year's over with. So which one is it? Oh my goodness, you can't make this up, y'all. Let's go.
They're saying that they're trying to turn it to an AI 15-minute smart city, which I believe eventually most major cities in Babylon will be 15-minute cities, but
they're not going to make that's true. That is true. They're trying to make it a 15-minute city in Tampa. That's not going to work though. It's not going to work the way they think it's going to work. That's why I stated, and brainwaves for the whirlwind of God. That's a sacred place. It's not going to happen in Florida. It happened where you at in California. It will happen here in New York because it's already going on in New York, by the way. It's already a 15-minute city. If not, let me explain something to y'all. All the northern states before 2030 will be a 15-minute city, if they're not already. Now it's not there yet. When the mayor of New York get arrested, hear me out. If you hear any other content creator say it, you got it from here. When the mayor of New York get arrested in 2025, Jay-Z, Mayor Adams, you name it, the list goes on. When they all get arrested, the Esau's, when they all get arrested, the higher ups, the foreign entities that's taking over the cities in the northern states will push it to become complete between 2025, 2030. They will not be able to take over the South because the Most High is going to have it to whereas the saints, the 12,000 of each tribe men, be in certain parts of the South throughout the four corners of the earth. It will be no righteous people living in the North. The Most High going to make it to whereas he get his people like he did in the time of Moses to go back home, to go away from Egypt, to go away from the plagues. The plagues is here in the northern states more than the South, okay? Based on, receipts. We know what's going on in this country. So the Ibaracis are not supposed to be in the South right now. We're supposed to be in the South. The righteous people are supposed to be in the South. Okay? If the Most High wanted Florida to be gone, it would have been gone a long time ago. Because when you look at the map, Florida is more closer to the equator, to the border of other countries. It's a lot more quicker. You could, get to another country in Florida, and the further up you are, the harder it is. You're going to get there, okay? The closer you are, the better you are. That's an old saying. Let's continue.
I don't believe it's a land grab because, like I said, Florida has from the top of 2021 with real estate, like it's been it's down 40-60%. A lot of homes, single family homes and condos. So I don't see how it could be a land grab. It's already cheap. But anyways,
to pull people out of the water, not from a dangerous storm surge, but from Milton's torrential rains. This woman escaping the rising waters in the dark, her 4 young children in tow.
Once we hopped on the oven, I called my mom and told my mom, I think me and my children are about to drown to death.
Many of the neighborhoods underwater are...
Look at that, bro. I be thinking like there may be some alligators in there, man. Dude.
He's still talking about alligators. He's so infatuated with alligators. He probably want to have one as a pet.
Florida's crazy.
And that goes to show you Esau is into alligators. Y'all know that, right? Black Esau is into alligators. Let's continue.
Miles from the coast and not typically flood prone.
How long did you live down there?
I lived there.
If you want to get your name, phone number, and address off the internet, but want to handle the removals yourself.
14 years.
Did you ever see it flood?
No, ma'am. Nothing like that.
The County Fire Rescue in Tampa says it conducted 500 rescues. 135 people were pulled from a single assisted living facility.
Please be careful. If you feel better, go on the dry ground. We can take you there.
Amphibious vehicles and marine units helped reach inundated homes.
Rescue workers got here around 3:30 in the morning. Soon afterward,
Another Ibarasi. Oh my goodness. A bunch of Ibarasis in Florida right now. Disgusting.
they found this woman in the green sweatshirt alone in her house. She has a hard time seeing. The front door to her house was broken, and they couldn't convince her to come out. She was scared. They finally, this afternoon at 1 o'clock, got her out and got her to safety.
Milton's heaviest rain dropped over its northern edge, in some places falling more than 2 inches in an...
Okay, so let's get to this. You see St. Petersburg, right? You see St. Petersburg. This is what I'm going to do. I don't know how is it that many people, they go to the Skip Police channel. I don't know how that's impossible. Let me do something again. I got to share my Skip Police channel. We got to get a lot more people over there, for real. Let me do this. Let me share this channel again. Hold on 1 second. I'm doing something on my phone. All right. Let's get it over 50 subscribers. Let's get that channel. Let's get that channel over 50 subscribers right now. We got a few people in the building. Okay? That's my backup channel. I'll show y'all the receipts on my backup channel. So when you get a chance, subscribe to that channel and comment in the comment section. The situation that happened in St. Petersburg is the reason why they got the most situation. Okay? So according to the stats, it got the most. Keystone, the Day City, Lakeland, that's all West Florida. Day City, Lakeland, Keystone, and St. Petersburg is all West. Claremont is Central Florida. Orlando is Central Florida. Orange County is Daytona. I got to get the video of what they mess with in Daytona they're not supposed to mess with in Daytona. That's why Daytona got hit hard in the northeast of Florida. The rest were moderate rain. Okay? 1 inch of rain from, Palm Coast all the way up to Jacksonville. Panama City and all of them got 1 inch of rain. So, the low part of Palm Coast got 3 inches of rain. So the reason why you see 7, 5 or more is because they was doing some things they're not supposed to do here. Anyway, let's continue. Just wanted to bring that out. Let's go. Notice Orlando got the least of rain out of everybody. Right? Claremont is Comiskey, Florida. We know what those entities be doing over there. So Comiskey, Florida, Walt Disney World. That's Claremont, y'all. That's near Walt Disney, which is about about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Orlando, the city of Orlando. All right, let's continue, y'all. Just wanted to break that down real quick. All right, here we go.
An hour with historic totals, leaving residents in this apartment building in Pinellas trapped. Hundreds had to be rescued.
A lot of credit to our teams that were out there today.
Even with all that warning, the strength.
Look at that, man. And the crazy thing about this too is that y'all remember what happened in Maui, in Liana with the wildfires. Even over there, it still hasn't been rebuilt, and it's been like almost 2 years now. It's been a year, 2 years. And stuff like this, man, this takes years to rebuild back up, to restore the homes and all that. So yeah, man, it's not looking good over there.
The Hurricane Milton still took many here by surprise. Stephanie Gosk, NBC News, Tampa.
And many here in the barrier islands in this area faced a lot of damage as the winds came in here and some of that storm surge. Sam Brock now with that part of the story.
In Southwest Florida tonight, full-scale devastation.
Southwest Florida. That's why I put the link in the chat for y'all to subscribe to my other channel. Still watch this content here. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's go.
Daughter, man, she just started screaming through the house, and I jumped up, and when I ran out, the same time I ran out, the door come flying to meet me, man.
And heartache along the beach. A multi-year rebuild stunted again by a hurricane.
It's heart-wrenching to have to keep going through this, but in all honesty, like all of our friends are here on this block. I think we all give each other the strength to continue.
On the streets of Fort Myers Beach, evacuated for days, Mayor Dan Allers showing us what it looks like this morning. Storm surge saturating the same neighborhoods devastated 2 years ago by Hurricane Ian.
2 years ago. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
We're an island.
2 years ago when I wasn't there, and I came back and I left and I went to another country and I went back up north, then the hurricane happened again.
The doers, these things punch you in the gut, but you just pick up. We've had some residents that this is the fourth time they'll be rebuilding their house.
Oh my, can you guys imagine that, trying to build a house and every time or every year or a certain amount of time there's some weather delays and it's got to rebuild it 4 times? Oh my goodness.
This is an example of one of the homes rebuilt after Hurricane Ian. And while it might not look that bad, you have to consider it was sitting on a 12-foot pylon and came all the way down off its foundation.
Wow.
Barrier islands up and down Florida's coast, often the most vulnerable to violent winds and surging waters. Many still inaccessible, but authorities have shared pictures of buckled roads on Captiva Island and homes burning on Matlacha, an archipelago of paradise, all evacuated.
They left, they listened, and now we'll hopefully within a day or day and a half, 2 days at the most, be able to get them back into their homes where they could start rebuilding again.
Sam Brock, NBC News, Fort Myers Beach, Florida.
So I like to look at the real estate market, things to keep up with the economy and stuff like that.
Oh, now he wants to be the advice of the economy. Do y'all hear this? Now he wants to be the advice. Look at the Esau. Look what Esau doing, y'all. Look what Esau trying to do. Look what Esau is trying to do. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all? He gonna bring it out. Let's see what happens.
And look what happened. The number of Florida homes for sale just skyrocketed. I've never seen something like this. For anybody who knows about real estate, look how much inventory there is in Florida. That doesn't going to end well. When there's this many homes being for sale, man, the market's going to go even down because there's less demand, high supply. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how Florida's going to recover from this, man, going forward, because it seems like
he said he's interested to see how Florida's going to recover. He's disrespecting the South again, y'all. Brainwaves, Ringo TV Reactions, everybody tuning into the show in the clouds. He's disrespecting the South too. That's a disrespect to the South, and that's a disrespect to me. Okay. Keep on. Let's go.
Like every other year, there's some hurricane or some natural disaster going on in Florida, man. And the insurance rates going up, insurance being super high.
You see what video came up? You see what video he put up, y'all? And nobody's saying nothing about it? Nobody's calling him out on it yet? Look what he says. God's judgment against America, Hurricane Milton. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The entity at his finest, y'all. You cannot make this up. He admitted in his video that he thought about moving to Florida. Now he doubles down. Oh my goodness. The moment you're waiting for. Hey, if you're tuning in, like the video, share the video. Also, if you want to support, it's pinned to the top. I'll shout you out if you support the stream, okay? I will appreciate it if y'all do support the stream. For real, for real. All right, let's go to, let me deal with this now. Hold on. We got to go to this set individual now. Oh, man. Been on for a good time, ain't it? Been on for about an hour or so. Maybe about an hour some change. Okay, that's good. We're getting straight to it, y'all. We're getting straight to it. Give me a second. We got to go to the entity now in question. We saved him for last. We saved the entity for last. Yeah, we saved the entity for last. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm looking for the video in question. All right. Let's see. Where's it at? Yeah. Okay. It's the new strand of jealousy. We're going to the new strand of jealousy with this character, okay? That's what we're going to. We're not going to the other. The Brainwaves and Ringo pretty much broke it down, okay? The other topic. We're going to he also broke down the strain of jealousy. So let's get to it now. Let's go to his video. Okay. Let's go, y'all. Here we go.
Gladiator said, preach. Yo, JH the Great, yes, sir. Hey, Casper, what's going on? What's popping? Hey, Mr. Wowsy, salute. What's going on, brother? Gladiators in the building. Look, this new strand of jealousy is deadly. It's deadly. You know what makes it so deadly? They don't even know why they're jealous.
Nobody's jealous of you. Nobody's jealous of what you got going on. Nobody jealous of you. Nobody jealous of what you got going on. And this is after the video of him doing the Hurricane Milton situation. Now he's talking about jealousy, right? He's saying that we're jealous of him. We ain't jealous of nothing you got going on and what you're doing. We're calling out your entities. We don't want you in the South. Go back to the North. Go pay off your debt. Go pay off what you owe the dealership. Because what I'm about to do is I'm going to go on camera to show receipts off the phone of you having me come to pick you up. Because a lot of people didn't believe I was in Florida in 2023. I left Florida in December of 2023, y'all. Okay? Well, you want to see my plane ticket for proof? Y'all want to see that? I mean, do I have to show that? Which I won't do that. The point is, I could show receipt that I was still renting from Turo. I could show that receipt. I could show that. Matter of fact, I will show that. It's not, I mean, I'm going to have to do it discreet so you won't see my name. The point is, I'm going to show the receipt of him, of me picking him up in Tampa, okay? Matter of fact, let me get it set up now. Let's do that before we get to this video. Hold on. You have to see the receipts. Because I was wondering why he couldn't get a car in Turo. And Ringo testified also that the Spain lady got the vehicle when Ringo's wife took him. No, when Ringo's wife took her, took her to get the vehicle. Him and Nubreed was talking about something at that time, okay? Y'all know what I meant to say. Because him and his wife was talking about it. Ringo and his wife was talking about it. Hold on. Let me get this set up. I'm going to come on camera for this.
Imagine.
You're gonna imagine what I'm about to show. Entity, you're gonna imagine what I'm about to show. Because see, now I gotta go to my phone now. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me know y'all can hear me loud and clear, number one. Can y'all hear me loud and clear? We're going to go to the receipt right now. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn the camera on right now. Let me remove from this video. Give me 1 second. I'm coming on camera. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have to, I'm going to do my best with this. Hold on. Let me go to the message. Okay, hold on. Y'all see the message, right? Y'all see the message, right? Y'all see it clearly? I'm showing him November 16th, 2023 of what cars to get, okay? Y'all see his name, Nubreed. You see the cars I'm showing him on Turo, all right? My phone is messed up, y'all. I keep it real. I have my other phone. I have my other phone. Somebody's using it, okay? I'm letting somebody else use my other phone. Because one thing about me, I help people. I help people. Well, what's your S24? Don't worry about it. Somebody else have that phone. I'm working on getting me an iPhone, you know, because I have 3 lines. I'm going to work on getting an iPhone. All right, so y'all see that, right? You see the message, right? Clearly. Okay, so let's go to the message. All right, look. This is what I told him. This is what I told him. You see that, right? You see that loud and clear? You see it real good, right? I'm gonna try to do my best. My phone is messed up, y'all. Hopefully y'all can see it. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Let me scroll back. You see, I had another phone that got messed up. So what happened is there's messages on my other phone, you know, that I had, and I had to get this phone. I got this phone from Florida. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 phones in Florida before I came back to Ibarasi's. Anyway, you see this right there? I said, go to Turo.com. He says, you see what he said? All right. Now, the blue is me, the white is him, okay? Now, let's continue. Look what he says. 100. I have a niece SUV, meaning the lady got his SUV. Now we look at it. Then I tell him, yeah, they take care of their cars in Florida. I'm showing him they take care of their cars in Florida. Because he never experienced what he's telling y'all audience. He never experienced renting a car because he owed money to rental car companies. He owed money to rental car companies, and better yet, owed money to any car that he ever purchased in DC. I'm fully convinced of that. So you can see the messages. Okay? You can see it clearly. All right, let's continue. So now you're going to see I'm the one who's showing him what to do. I'm the one who's showing him what to do in Florida. Now watch this. You see that? Wait till it come out clear. You see that? I told him it's an accident. He said he landed. Okay? You see that, right? You see the proof. You see the proof. It's no all misconception. That's the evidence. Okay? Now, okay, I'm making sure I don't put no personal information out. Gotta make sure. You see that? When it comes out clear. This phone is not going to do justice, y'all. It's not going to do justice. It is what it is. I'm doing my best to show the proof. All right, y'all see that, right? I'm telling him I'm here. All right? And as you go up, he tell me about some chick that he's getting an RV from. I don't want to put out her name. But this right here, right there, I'll show a little bit of it, of him sending me a message about the lady in the RV he getting the RV from, which she's from up north. I'm going to say she's from up north. So he's questioning, asking me, do you think she's going to come through with the deal? And I'm saying she's going to come through with the deal. I said she might be on some ish. So she didn't even like his energy to begin with. So when I got there, that's when the deal, got through, because she wasn't liking Nubreed's energy at the time. She was talking to me more than she was talking to him. Yet, whatever transaction that the lady he with got that RV to pay, however that went down. Now, I'm on record of saying Nubreed did look out for me. I didn't ask him to look out for me. I'm thinking I'm just going to get this guy this RV, everything set up. Come to find out the RV was not on point. Once I got there and I took him there, this is the miscommunication on his end. That's probably why he took care of me, because he knew that I'm thinking he's going to get this RV and he's going back, stay at night at a hotel, and I'll go about my business so I can make my money. So he looked out for me on the Cash App. I didn't ask him to do anything, y'all. I didn't ask him, hey, look out for me. The brother got the money from his lady, or however he got the money, and he sent it to my cash app out the blue. Because he knew about the RV not being 100%. He never told me that. So when we got there, I noticed the RV was not 100%. I'm the one who telling him about what's going on with this RV. So I believe the lady gave it to him, and in exchange, she went to UP Farms. She was at UP Farms. I'm not going to tell y'all who it is, because I want to keep that discreet. She went to UP Farm. She was there. I saw the video on, was it your Wichita or Brainwave's channel? One of their channels have it. I saw her there. I remember her. I'm like, so she got some type of deal in the back end to get that RV. He got that RV for nothing. He looked out for her, but and however he got the situation in Florida to get it to go up north, his lady had to sign in on it. One of his ladies, peoples in Florida, got that signed for him to get that RV to go to North Carolina. Okay? All right, so that's about that. I'm not going to show everything else. I just wanted y'all to see that. Let's get back to the video. Just wanted to show y'all the proof that I was in Florida, because you have certain people respectfully say, oh, well, Rolla was not in Florida in 2023. I was in Florida. What the hell I need to lie for? I just came back to Ibarashi, New York City in December 2023. Why? Because the contract in Orlando Airport, where I showed the receipt, I stayed in Orlando, do a third party called Pass Split. Do I need to show that for evidence? I mean, my goodness. I didn't change my New York license plate to Florida license yet. That's true. But I lived in Florida. Just because I didn't change my license doesn't mean I didn't live in Florida. That's the only thing I didn't do. Well, I will be doing that once I get back. Then what y'all gonna say? Oh, now he's a resident of Florida. I'm not a resident of, man, there's people, listen, let me tell y'all something. There's people that live in Florida that got California license to this day, New York license to this day, Georgia to this day. The list goes on and on and on. People don't change their residency to another state right away. When I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it when I know everything's going accordingly. That's when I change my residency. I'm a Floridian. Come on, that's, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling y'all, you got folks out here, man, say, well, you know, you're not. I know I'm not in Florida. Everybody knows I'm not in Florida. Just because, what is it with people, because I call myself Floridian Ronald? Man, there's people call themselves things that they want to call themselves on YouTube. It is what it is. Shoot. I'm telling y'all, man. Now, I forgive the people, man. Oh, and then, you know, it is what it is, you know. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to this topic. How you doing, Tamia? Just making sure y'all saw the receipts so that I could get that out the way. I don't have to show no Turo evidence and all this other stuff, because y'all know it costs a lot to rent a car, right? I can't be I don't do no work if I gotta pay for a car in a hotel every goddamn day. Shoot, you think I'm gonna sit on my behind? Let's get back to the video, y'all. All right. A lot of people's out and about. Tamia in the building. Make sure y'all like the video and share the video. Hold on, let's get back to this glaze. Jealous about what? Please, let's go.
Being a person who seems to have it all, and for some reason they're fixated on you, brothers and sisters.
Being a person that have it all, he's talking about Ringo, he's talking about brainwaves. I'm working on my way to get back to where I used to be. I'm working on my way to get back to where I used to be. He's talking about Ringo and brainwaves in this instance. It's not me. I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and I'm still not jealous of you. I don't want anything you have. I don't want anything you have for me to even worry about what you got going on. You forced the situation. I don't have to force anything. That's the difference. Let's continue.
And they don't even know why. They don't even know why. I'll tell you why. Because they have been plagued with the new strand. And unfortunately for a lot of them, it's going to be a deadly strand. The survival rate ain't looking too good.
The survival rate ain't looking too good for me. You sure about that? The survival rate ain't looking too good for Ringo and brainwaves. That's what you're saying? No, you're talking about yourself. The survival rate ain't looking too good for you. Let's continue.
And a lot of people are sick in the head. And brothers and sisters, you got to keep your head up. Some of you all wonder why, you know, you can go places, scruffy.
You could go places scruffy. Oh, now you're trying to insult me? You trying to insult me now? That's not insult to me. I could go somewhere scruffy and still pull the baddest chick. I could go scruffy and still pull the baddest chick. I don't have to force a woman to be with me. I got women losing their mind over me right now on a low. Okay? Something I already know that I deal with most of the time. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Not even the women you having babies by thinking about you. Yet they're using you to get to where they got to get to, and they're going to walk away from you. Let's continue.
Feeling some type of way that day, and you just being your authentic self. You're not really concerned with being seen, and you wonder, listen, you wonder why you're getting so much hate for that. Because people are insecure. They're insecure.
Using my talking point, I'm insecure. I know I'm not insecure. I should be the one who going crazy on the internet than anybody else. Because I lost a lot thanks to dealing with you. Thanks to dealing with you, I lost a lot. I'm going to get it back, of course, because now the Most High revealed who you are. It now got me to doing videos about who's Esau, who's Jacob when it comes to men and women. And I have been 100% on point by the Most High perspective. Black Esau, a.k.a. Christopher Columbus' children. Let's continue.
Insecurities are just, it's just so apparent on people. Like, yo, what Ye say? I can't even go to the grocery store without some J's that's clean in the shirt with a team. It seems.
Ain't nobody trying to see you on no freaking internet. I tell you one thing, people recognize me on camera. Guys and ladies recognize me. And it was respectful because they know I don't play them games. You the one who want to be seen and heard. All up in the videos, trying to make yourself seen. And then when you got women coming around you, you don't know what to do with them. Let's continue.
We live in the American dream. People highest up got the lowest self-esteems. I'm telling you. Facts.
He's saying that we got low self-esteem. Is that so? How we got low self-esteem? Do I look like I got low self-esteem? Do I look like I'm paranoid, schizophrenic, like Marc the Messenger? P. Diddy Dowell walking over with his weapons all day? Who's insecure? Not me. Let's continue.
These are facts. And then they be disturbed by your aura. They be disturbed by the fact that you tapped in, you locked in. You got the...
He's trying to talk like he got some sense. Bro, you regurgitating our talking points. You're not saying anything that makes sense because we already called you out. Now you're trying to be, oh, we jealous.
The Almighty God in your heart, your soul, your mind. You don't always have to be a certain way to attract people. Yeah, I'm telling you. And there'll be another reason. Some of y'all just be your natural self, your authentic self, your true self. And for whatever reason, you seem to attract people because of that. And it's a lot of people out here who don't know how that works. And they over here trying to figure you out, like trying to figure out how people gravitate when you just being you. That's because a lot of you brothers and sisters have leadership qualities about yourself. And this world.
There go that fallen entity right there. There go the fallen angel right there. The fallen entity. He's always showing the view of the fallen entity in that tree. Let's go.
The world is full of followers. Everybody want to one up the next one. Everybody want to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody comparing themselves to other people. It's really a damn sickness.
You're the one who did the sickness in Ringo TV Reactions with his wife's help, of course. You trying to get the same thing he getting. Mindsets, what's going on? You've been quiet. Are you going to call out Nubreed? Or you're not going to call him out because, what did I tell y'all? Mindsets will get more subscribers than me, right? I said that in one of my videos. So I'm not surprised that he got more subscribers than me. In that Nubreed is paying for him to stay wherever he's staying, even though he don't want to show that part though. Mindset's been, talking about other things, right? He don't want to stir the pot because if he talk about Nubreed, he gonna lose it out and be in the street. Notice Mindset been getting these new codes that Nubreed probably used to have. They probably shipping merchandise to him, so that he could look like he getting money, even though he's getting money from Nubreed and certain other people. The entity washes the other hand with the entity. Let's continue. Peep game.
Out here. And it's the new strand of jealousy. The new strand of hate. I'm telling y'all. How many of y'all by show of ones have experienced this? And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been that person who, for whatever reason, you go to your job, you go to social functions, and you just being you, head down, minding your business. But for whatever reason, everybody got something to say about you.
You can't make this up, y'all. You can't make this up whatsoever. Oh my goodness. You can't make this up, man. This is crazy. Yo, get the likes up, y'all. Why we not over 10 likes? Why we not over 20 likes right now? What's going on? I'm giving y'all some content, and we got to get the likes up, y'all, for real. That helps the algorithm to know that you're into the video. If y'all want me to talk about certain things, y'all got to put in the support by liking the video. Come on now. We breaking this entity down. Let's go.
Or there may be one person that can't keep your name out of their mouth.
No, you doing the same. You trying to tell your audience, I can't wait to see Ringo come on so I could get what he get. I can't wait to see what Brainwave's got going on. So I could be where he at. I ain't thinking about Rollo yet. I'm watching Rollo because Rollo not where he need to be. He not getting the support to go back to Florida. So in the meantime, I'm just going to sneak this Florida because he's not in Florida. I get it. You sneak this in Florida because I'm not in Florida. Yet when I was in Florida, you wasn't talking about Florida. You, Marc the Messenger, or D. Dowell. Now all of a sudden, Marc the Messenger admitted in the video that he wanted to move to Florida. But now he's afraid to move to Florida. Let's go.
And you wondering like, you know, hey, I'm just doing me. And you may be a humble soul. Some of you ladies out there, y'all go to work, do y'all thing. Y'all might be wearing sweatpants and for whatever reason, you ain't all dressed all crazy out here. You might be wearing your sundress, but for whatever reason, more men paying you more attention.
Daughters of Zion. Did you hear what he said? He said he's paying more attention to you when you wear sweats and certain outfits, Daughters of Zion. He's trying to get with you to have more babies, to procreate his Esau lineage. Get it? He's watching you, Daughters of Zion. He's watching your content. He's thinking about how can he get you? How can he manipulate you? How can he move in with you if it don't work out with the Spain lady? This is what this man been doing all his life. Rollo admits, I moved in with one woman in Florida. I took care of the responsibilities, yet I didn't fulfill to get the vehicle. And because I didn't fulfill to get the vehicle, that's the reason why we moved on. And she had every right to move on. It's a time and a place for everything. Okay? And I told y'all I went to Florida with $200. She helped me along the way. She took me to work. I did what I was supposed to do in terms of taking care of that and other things. When that time came, I didn't have the other half of the money to get the vehicle, and I knew it was time for me to pack up. She's not gonna let me stay there, especially when certain people are involved. It looks bad on her. It makes me not be responsible. She got her own things she needs to take care of, and rightfully so. And so it was time for me to pack up. And at that time, I was supposed to be the assistant general manager. I was just a regular worker at the site, doing pretty good, providing services. However, I said I had 3 months. And I said that back at the time of me not even moving to the South in one of my videos. I said, if I go to Florida within 3 months, no lie, the Lord is my witness. He could strike me. I said within 3 months, I could be very successful. I didn't expect it to be of me moving in with a woman. However, she seen what was going on with me in New York, and we agreed to that. And I knew I had 3 months, and I was about to be successful in 3 months. It's just that I didn't have the money at the time to get the vehicle. So shout out to her. She got the vehicle. She got the vehicle. I'm happy for her. She's doing her thing. Shout out to her. At the same time, this guy, since his DC days, he's been moving in with women all his life. Same thing with Marc the Messenger. And now we have to question D. Dowell. Did D. Dowell move in with the woman, Sister Carol? Does her family have funds to start the straightway thing? These are questions you have to answer because, you know, he's moving that type of lifestyle too. Let's continue.
You know why? Because, you know, men like authenticity, real men. And you trying to figure out, you know, these ladies is trying to figure out why they basically in every brother's face.
He's talking about my exes. To my exes, he's talking about you being in his face. To my exes. to my exes. I'm talking to my exes. He's talking about you being in his face, or other guys, women that he fell out with was in his face. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is he trying to tell me something that I don't know? You think I don't know this entity? You think I don't know this? You don't think the Most High revealed downloads to me what's going on? I don't got no issues with my exes. The thing is, they know about you. They had conversations with you. Let's rewind. Listen, y'all. Listen.
Out there. Y'all go to work, do y'all thing. Y'all might be wearing sweatpants, and for whatever reason, you ain't all dressed all crazy out here. You might be wearing your sundress, but for whatever reason, more.
He's talking about women I used to deal with, and he's talking about other men's women. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. And then he's going to talk about the women I dealt with, whatever they told him. He's speaking in code. I read between the lines. Let's go.
More men paying you more attention. You know why? Because, men like authenticity, real men. And you trying to figure out, these ladies is trying to figure out why they basically in every brother's face.
Why these ladies in everybody's face? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Is I'm set tripping? Is I'm losing it? Is I'm crashing out? No. I know how this goes. I have experience. Entity, you're telling me something to prove to my audience what I've been saying. How many of you heard me talk about this? Hey, look, y'all. At the end of the day, I appreciate y'all tuning into the show. We're going to continue. We're not done yet. I appreciate it. I see Joseph Torres in the building. He was at UP Farms. Joseph and his wife was at UP Farms. It wouldn't surprise me he was looking at other guys' wives. It wouldn't surprise me if he was looking at other people's wives at UP Farms. Now, I'm going to let the men speak on it. I'm just speculating. I'm speculating, it wouldn't surprise me. So Joseph's saying that you was looking at his wife. Is that what you're saying, Joseph? Put a 5 in the chat, Joseph, if he was looking at your wife. He was doing the D. Dowell move. If you a lady, come listen, my exes, come to me. Talk to me, exes. Exes, you have to talk to me. I'm not trying to get back with you. My exes, you know who you are. One y'all know about. The other you don't. Or you may know now. You may read between the lines. The point is, y'all need to tell me. Because he's trying to tell me what I already know. He's telling me, yeah, Rollo, your exes told me more stuff about you that I haven't revealed yet. Because you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to get back in good graces with me. That's why he came on my panel. I know what's going on, Esau. You can't fool me. I'm not going to hold it against my exes. I get it. At the time when certain things happened, they came to you, just like how Charity went to Brainwaves about me. I told you guys how these ladies operate when we're not together. I told y'all. Yeah, Rollo, don't know how. Man, these ladies go crazy over me, man. The thought of them seeing me, it's like acrimony. You ever remember the movie Acrimony? When Robert moved in with Tara P. Henson? Put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat if you watch the movie Acrimony, when Robert moved in with Tara P. Henson. And the minute she said, get out of my house, get out of my house, he got back with the other woman, the young Tenderoni. He got with the young Tenderoni that helped him invest. Yo, wait till y'all see me have my lady come see me in America. Wait till y'all see me when my lady comes see me in America. And watch, I guarantee you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My exes will be in the chat. You will see them in the chat. Mark my words. Oh, yeah. They will be in the chat like, wow. They already was looking at that video when old girl was dancing on me. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So Joseph saying, I'm looking at my phone. Oh, you look, why are you looking down? I'm looking at my phone because I'm breaking down this content. He says, yes, he was staring, but peep stare to stare. He ain't got the guns to come out of pocket. Trust me, he's softy. So Joseph admitted that this man was looking at his wife. I'm not making this up. Brother Joseph is saying it in the chat. And he's saying he a softy, which I do agree. So you're looking at people's wives, trying to figure out how they getting these women like me. So you was looking at my essence like that? You admitted in the video that you took down, Rollo ain't invited when Charity went to the UP Farms thing. I told people behind the scenes she was going to go. So when people were sending me messages, like Marc the Messenger, I said, I'm not surprised. And Marc the Messenger saying, oh, you going to get back with her. Why would I get back with her for? Why? Because Charity talked to Marc the Messenger too about me. Yes, yes, yes. Let's continue, y'all. Let's play the clip. Hey, look. Joseph says, every time my wife was talking to Mexican chick, he kept staring at my wife. Let me put it on the screen. Hold on a second for edification. For edification. You see, I put it for edification. Mm-hmm. I know my exes don't want to get involved in this. Yet this is edification. That's this what this guy does. Mm-hmm. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I got any support came in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Because my Cash App normally, okay. No, nobody sending me anything. I thought somebody sent me something to the Cash App. My mistake. I thought somebody sent me something to the Cash App. Okay. You already know what time it is. Let's continue.
Swinging their hips, batting their eyes at every brother. But for some reason, guys seem to more so gravitate towards you, even if it's on a friendship level.
No, you're not trying to be friends with anybody's lady. You're lying. You're admitting right now what you've been doing. Man, this is not looking good for you. You're on the clock and you even admitting wrong of your guilt. Pay attention, y'all. Let's rewind back a little bit.
Your name out of their mouth. And you wondering like, hey, I'm just doing me. And you may be a humble soul. Some of you ladies out there, y'all go to work, do y'all thing. Y'all might be wearing sweatpants and for whatever reason, you ain't all dressed all crazy out here. You might be wearing your sundress, but for whatever reason, more men paying you more attention. You know why? Because, men like authenticity, real men. And you trying to figure out, these ladies is trying to figure out why they basically in every brother's face, swinging their hips, batting their eyes at every brother. But for some reason, guys seem to more so gravitate towards you, even if it's on a friendship level. And it's because you're authentic. Because
I gotta go on I gotta show myself more on camera. Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? It's coming from him. He looking at my exes, you guys, ladies, you guys, wives, as a piece of meat. Did you hear what this man just said? He looked at my exes of what they was. Listen, my exes, he's saying that y'all was showing certain videos to him. Say it ain't so. I'm just asking a question to my exes. You sending him videos? This is what this entity is saying. You need to call him out. And you listen to my exes. You need to call him out. He's saying you send him videos of walking and menacing. Is that true? Or he's trying to get me upset? You're not going to get me off my square. I'm just asking questions. You need to call him out. You can't call me out and don't call him out. Uh-oh. He's saying that y'all was batted in his face. Walking and menacing, sending him private videos. Take to the what? Lead to the what? Is that so? I know it's going to get back to y'all. I know you may be watching. Since we in Shabbat Shalom Day, man, I don't want to be right. I don't believe they did that. Yet, I would not put nothing past this entity for what he's saying. Because this entity is trying to get back in good graces. That's why he ain't take my wrench. Why he ain't take my wrench away? I'm all this and that in the dirt. Why he ain't take my wrench away yet? I'm telling y'all, man, this is crazy, man. This is sick. This is sick. So he was watching old videos of whatever they had on Instagram. I'm telling y'all, man. This is like some Dowell stuff, man. Even Marc the Messenger. I'm telling y'all, man. Wow. Wow. Y'all get the lights up. Support the stream, y'all. Support the Cash App. Like, for real, support the Cash App if you can. Because this is a doozy, man. This is crazy. We're going to get back to the video. Let's go.
you're somebody who's cool. You're somebody that you can have a conversation with. You're somebody who has a light to themselves. You're not trying to be like all the other females. So now there's people jealous. That's the new form of jealousy. I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with what you have or what you don't have. It's everything to do with yourself, your spirit, your soul, your demeanor, all of it. Charles, thanks for the $20 contribution, man. I see you, brother. Thanks for the super.
Look how happy he getting with the support. Look at how giddy he getting with the support, y'all. Look at how giddy he getting with the support. Look how giddy he get with the support. Look how giddy he is getting with the support, y'all. Let's get back to the side of things. All right. He's getting giddy with the support. This is crazy. Let's go.
Super sticker. I appreciate the support. Yeah, natural energy holds more weight. Somebody said that in the chat, and that's fire. Natural energy holds more weight when you're just organic. When you're organic. There's too many AI bots out here. There's too many people.
Here we go. Here we go.
People who rely on their material possessions. There's too many people who can't.
He's talking about Ringo TV reactions. He's talking about brainwaves. He don't know what I got going on as of late. So he's mainly talking about those two. Let's continue.
Can't be themselves. It's too many people who are insecure. It's too many people who are vain, carnal, materialistic. Like, look.
I'm on record of saying in Ringo TV reactions channel, he's going to try to get a Maybach. They're going to try to get a Maybach. And if he does get a Maybach, you're going to remember I'm the first one to say that. He's not going to try to get the same vehicle that Ringo got, the Ford Explorer or the 2024 Mercedes. He's going to try to get the 2025 Maybach. That's what he's trying to get right now. He's trying to get the Maybach, y'all. Trust me when I tell you, because he knows that's why I really always talk about getting a Maybach. I was in a mini Maybach from December 15th to January 2nd. I rented out the Maybach for that certain amount of time. I had me a mini Maybach on Turo. And y'all know that's not cheap. So you know I was doing pretty good in Florida when I was working at the hotel and I was doing DoorDash. I already paid for my hotel from that time to January 2nd straight when I came back to Florida. Got my vehicle, Toyota CHRV, had that for a little while, put it on Turo, made some money. People was renting that vehicle, and I was renting vehicle. I was doing business with Turo. Okay? So it is what it is. Let's go.
Those type of people make me itch. I'm telling you the truth, man. I don't like being around.
He's using my word itch. That's my talking point. Why is you an itch? That's my talking point. Let's go.
Around people who are just carnal people who all about what's on the exterior, all about judging books by its cover, and they worry about the wrong things. These be
you telling on yourself. That's why you're doing this warm shower and all this other nonsense to get to that Maybach, to pay them house bills, to help out to pay the house bills. Because you haven't worked in a long time. Like Ringo stated, in order to get a house, you have to have some history of work. You have no history of work. With the farms on Dilla for maybe 2 months, that's the only work you did. Even Marc the Messenger don't have no series of work. There's no way he got that house on his own. You got to have some work history to get a house. Let's go.
Some of the most nasty, despicable, gossiping, backbiting, wicked ass people in the world who always in everybody's business, trying to figure out what's going on in this household. And
you're already doing that. You've been exposed by Ringo. You're getting the same thing Ringo getting. So is Mindset's going to talk about that? Is them other folks, Faith and Gates, and them going to talk about it? We'll see.
that household, that's what type of people they tend to be. Want to figure out everybody's situation, everybody's business, everybody this and everybody that. Because why? They insecure with their own selves.
You're talking about yourself being insecure. You're the one who's insecure. We're gonna play another minute and we're gonna close it out. This is my first time listening to this. Okay? We're gonna play one more minute and we're gonna close it out, y'all.
Regardless of what they got going on. Regardless of what they got going on, they be insecure. And that's why they covet and compare themselves to everybody. Yo, it's a sickness. That's the new jealousy.
He's talking about himself, y'all. Ringo already exposed it. Shout out to Ringo TV Reactions. Let's go.
Y'all gotta stay away from people like that. They're vampires, bro. That's real talk. Let me see. Somebody says a serious drainer, right? Somebody says, and they roll in packs. This is a fact. Like hyenas.
He's saying that we hyenas, really? We hyenas? We hyenas, really? We're not hyenas. You're the one who's a hyena. You rolling with hyenas in the pack. We the lions. It is what it is. Joseph said no. Let me put this in the chat. He said no, he's gonna go big and extra beyond of his means. Absolutely. You said earlier, just recently, that is like how Ringo do and Brainwaves do. Yeah, exactly. You said a little bit earlier, yeah, but he not put into nothing. Oh, of course, we know his lady's in charge. The one he's currently with right now. Hey, look, I've been on for about 3 hours. I didn't realize I was on this long. That's all the Lord's doing, so I put some time into this. Just get the lights up, share the video. If you do send something to the Cash App, you know, I'll shout you out on the next video, y'all. I'm going to get on out of here, get some rest. I'm going to watch some Netflix, you know, on this Shabbat Shalom. So, y'all, Joseph Torres, Brainwaves, Advice Topics. We had Goten, and we had Tamia, Be Conquer and Care here earlier. Thank you all for participating in the chat. Hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm going to play this jam for y'all on the way out. Turn off the camera. So make sure y'all share the video for people to get notified about it. Thanks to those who recently subscribed to the channel. I'm going to get on out of here. This is a good one. Peace out.